What up guys, Sven here. Today I'm going to talk about some tricks and techniques you can use to start playing the 6-second time control competently. Bullet is extremely difficult to play, and I'd recommend working your way up to it by getting used to the other fast time controls like 12 and 20 seconds. Because it requires you to think very quickly to have a chance of winning. The most important thing is using all of the hotkeys at your disposal, because it's slow to use your mouse for anything other than what is absolutely necessary. If you haven't already, get used to using all of the hotkeys for the base and advanced set units, which you can see in the corner of the units in the buy tabs, and also use space to end your turn. If you see yourself only wanting to buy a few different units in the advanced set, you can shift those units to the top of the list so that their hotkeys are easier to hit, being 1, 2, and 3. To buy as many of a certain unit as possible, hold shift and press a unit hotkey. This is very useful early in the game to quickly buy drones, or late in the game to quickly buy walls or other defenses. Use Q to mine your drones and also to automatically defend during the defense phase. Q to defend isn't perfect though. There's a few units that screw it up. If you have chieftains, Zatron, or some other very high HP unit that you don't want to absorb on, you need to use control click to auto defend and absorb on the unit that was clicked. To quickly select a huge stack of clickable units, use shift click instead of swiping the mouse. If possible, avoid buying too many different clickable units, because it can become too time consuming once there's over 7 stacks of units that you want to be clicking every turn. Units that require 2 or more clicks and difficult decisions should especially be avoided, like Endotherm Kit. Most of the times players buy a kit in bullet games. They don't have the time to actually use it when it's good, and if it breaches then you also have to decide what to kill and spend more time clicking those units. You should spend as much time as possible thinking about your turn during your opponent's turn. If you have an idea of what will be good, preempt your turn by shifting the units you want to buy to the top of the list, and getting your hands in position to quickly buy them. If you're not sure what you're getting, then follow a very simple structure to your turns, by hitting Q, then clicking attackers, then buying defense, then buying attack if you can, and then holding attackers on defense if necessary. The small details don't really matter as much as just buying attack and buying stuff sometimes. If you're really panicking and have tons of extra gold, it's always better to buy bad units than nothing, which is why the shift key is your friend. Shift E is a good way to dump all of your extra gold, and Shift G is a fine way to get some attackers if you have extra green. During low time controls, breach-proof strategies also become more strong and favored, because they're usually easy to execute quickly and often very difficult to defend. A small mistake on the breach-proof side isn't likely to be significant, while if the defender messes up once, it is likely to be the game-losing mistake. Iceblade rushes and Venge all-ins work especially well, since they require careful consideration on the defender's side. Iceblade rushes usually work fine by just spamming them and ignoring defending, so you just have to buy the Iceblades, freeze their defense, and then pass your turn. And once you have all of the Venges for your all-in, you can just pass your turn as quickly as possible, and your opponent will have even less time to think than usual. That's it guys. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to stay tuned for more videos, and check out my Twitch channel, link in the description.